Alright, so I'm making this video about, 20 minutes or so. What time is it? It's 11:45 p.m. So probably about 20 minutes, I guess, after Ohio State lost to Indiana, Big Ten championship. Football, obviously. And I really just want to get my thoughts about it. About how the game went and how the rest of the season will play out. Basically, first of all, good job, Indiana. I mean, freaking heck, like Kurt Signetti, amazing coach. I mean, you got the Indiana Hoosiers 13-0. They're going to be number one in the country. Only undefeated team left after being terrible for so long. Beat Ohio State for the first time in like 30 games. Ohio State had a 30-game winning streak. Hadn't lost to Indiana since 1988. And it was a record for most wins in a row against two Big Ten, one Big Ten team over another. So, good job, Indiana. I think I don't want to say either team played that bad. I think Indiana just made a couple more plays. Ohio State did, all right. A couple of questionable things we did, we didn't kick a field goal when we should have. It was a 4th and 1 and we sneaked it from a 4-yard out. I don't like that. And Indiana, I don't know. They just made a couple more plays than we did. They had the long bomb at the end, which reminded me of the play we had last year to win the national championship, steal the national championship to Jeremiah Smith. It was like the same thing. So that happened. But really, it was a hard-fought game where one team just made a play or two more. Offensive line did not play great. Giving up 5 sacks. We only given up 6 all season. Before that, give up 5 in that one game. Pretty crazy, but yeah. We didn't really get a ton of production outside of Jeremiah Smith. Conte had the touchdown. Jeremiah Smith had over 100 yards, but after the desperation catch where it was 30 yards short of the end zone, he got some more yards, which I'd like to see that. Anyway, yeah. I'm not angry about this loss really at all. I don't think I've ever been less angry at a loss. I'm actually still optimistic because we're still the second best team in the country. I don't think there's much of a question. I think we definitely are still second best in the country. We'll probably be third, if I had to guess, or something like that. I think we'll be second or third, maybe fourth. I don't know, but Georgia's win. I think they should be second. We should be third. Oregon's fourth. No. Oh, well, maybe Texas Tech. Maybe Texas Tech up, and we could be fourth. I don't know. I still think we should be in the top 4 for the first round bye. But anyway, yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not very angry at all because we could still definitely win the national championship. I mean, we lost the Big Ten championship and everything, and we would have obviously liked to win that and still be undefeated and be the number 1 team in the country and everything. But and also have Julian Sand win the Heisman. But in the end, we still have a chance to play for a national championship. And also, we just won one last year, so I can't be too upset losing to the number 2 team in the country in the Big Ten championship game. Even though we were the number 1, it's fine. Okay, I'm not pulling my hair out, going crazy, getting mad at a bunch of players. I can't even get that mad at the kicker. Obviously that's a short field goal. I don't even know what it was, 29 yards, something like that. Really short field goal. I definitely should have made that, but the nerves are also insane in that moment. I get that. But he definitely should have made that. But I'm not that mad. Maybe I'll be more mad tomorrow. I doubt it. I don't know, but it's all right. I'm interested to see who we're gonna play. I honestly think we could definitely make it back to the national championship. I definitely think we're still the second best team in the country. I think Indiana and us are kind of a tier above everybody else. And maybe this win, this loss, could do something similar like the Michigan game last year where we got down, but then we're all right, fine. We're gonna freaking, rally from this loss and come back and, tear through the playoff. I don't think it's I mean, I said that could happen, but that game was different because we lost to unranked 6-5 Michigan after being on a 3-game losing streak and already being 10-1, having a loss and losing another, not making the Big Ten championship game and everything, and just with all these seniors coming back and everything, that was like devastating. But the comeback from that was really crazy. I don't think this does not have that same energy, but it could happen. I don't know. I don't think that will. Well, I don't know if it will spawn like that. I definitely do think we can still win the national championship. And we may play Indiana again in the playoffs. And if we do, we might have the advantage because we lost the first time. We'll look harder at what we could have done better against them. And, yeah. So, it will be interesting. See what happens. I'm not very mad. I'm not too terribly upset, really. It kind of sucks, but, life goes on. Right? Would I like to be really undefeated, but, look what happened to Oregon last year. I mean, they were 13-0, only defeated team, and they got absolutely dashed and slashed by Ohio State. First round in the playoffs. First round that they played in the Rose Bowl. So, whatever. But we will, at worst, finish 12-2. Okay? After, winning a national championship last year. We beat Michigan this year, so we're really happy about that, too. It's still a successful season no matter what happens the rest of the year. So, yeah. I'm not too angry. And we're going to have a really good team again next year. But we still have Matt Patricia? I don't know. I do want to talk about the defense, man. The defense still played well. They gave up one touchdown. They had 2 big plays to the same guy, that one receiver. I can't remember his name, like Beatty. I think Hank Beatty or something like that. Wait, no, that's the Illinois guy. I don't know what this guy's name is. I don't remember. But props to him. He played a really good game. Those 2 long scores. One led to a touchdown for Surratt, and the other one really sealed the game. So yeah, like I said, cannot be that mad. It's all right. Our defense still played pretty well. We only gave up 13 points. Gave up 1 touchdown. Only gave up 1 touchdown and lost. Held to like 3 field goals in the red zone or something like that, and he missed one. Like, I can't met the defense that much. I don't know. There's 2. Like we barely give up big plays, right? This team barely gives up big plays like that. We've given up, like, I could probably almost count on one hand plays like that we've given up this year. It happens, okay? So, yeah. Offense, though, I will say you got to do better in protecting Julian Sand. We've done amazing all year, I'll say that, but giving up 5 sacks when we've only given up 6 all year is kind of crazy, but whatever. Again, I can't be mad. I really can't. Blessed to be an Ohio State fan, that's for sure. I mean, to live in Ohio and, be just over half an hour away from the stadium. I mean, like, Buckeyes still, the Buckeyes, still with my Buckeyes. It's fine. It's fine. It can be fine. It can be fine. Even if we don't win a national championship, we just came off a national championship. It's going to be okay. The other things in life than football too. So, but whatever. I got the panic button. Now, if we lose, in the playoffs, I'll be a little more upset. But we didn't expect to be this good coming into the season. At least I didn't, and most people did not, especially the defense. With a first-time starting quarterback, we have done some amazing things. Amazing things this year. So, yeah, I'm so proud of my Buckeyes for being this good. Only lost to what's going to be the number 1 team in the country by 3 points. That's our only loss in the whole season, The only game where we're really in trouble of losing. It's not that bad. I guess the thing I'd be most mad about is that Julian Sand's not going to win the Heisman, but it's okay. It's okay. And if Ohio State doesn't win the national championship, I hope Indiana does, because that'd be great for the Big Ten. Have 3 straight Big Ten national champions. All 3 different teams, too. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about, all right? They were talking about on TV how, in the SEC, it's a dogfight every week. Got to play, all these really good teams, these solid, good teams every week, and the Big Ten don't. Well, that's kind of crazy to me, because we're talking about how the Big Ten's so top-heavy and everything, and the freaking SEC is so deep. Like, yeah, they have all these ranked teams and everything, more than we did, but we still got teams like USC, Washington, Iowa, Illinois this year. I mean, those are teams I think that Minnesota could easily compete with teams SEC like we saw last year in bowl season. I'm pretty sure was it like Big Ten went 5-1 against SEC in bowl games last year. I don't know, but there's a lot of solid teams. It's not just a top-heavy league, okay? Like, yeah, we have a higher, and then even Penn State. Penn State didn't play; was not good this year, but it's still Penn State, right? So, like, I don't know this narrative about, I don't know. Right now, it's pretty close. I think the SEC might be slightly better than the Big Ten. Last year, the Big Ten was definitely better than the SEC, but just like, I know. I think what they're trying to do is show how hard it is to play in the SEC. Obviously, it's really hard to play in the SEC, and like give them props. But at the same time, it's like they're almost like disrespecting Big Ten teams, and that's why it's also so satisfying to see them see Ohio State beat 2 Big Ten teams last year, both by double digits. Because talk about how in the SEC, if you're in the SEC, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That was a side tangent, completely different, really, from what I was just talking about. But yeah, I had to talk about that. And I forgot about Michigan too. Michigan, obviously, always, even if they're a lowly team like last year, where they still beat Alabama. They beat Alabama with Davis Warren. They beat us with Davis Warren. I can't be talking that much, but beat him with Davis Warren in the bowl game. And, without so many defensive players. Oh, gosh. And yet, I guess in the SEC it just means more. SEC is more physical with SEC, whatever this, that. They're about equal. They're really just about equal. That's what I think. I think they're about equal. Okay. The SEC, had long streak of national champions. Or maybe there are some, broken up like Ohio State, Clemson. The streak maybe isn't as long as you think, but they won the most championships, past 20 years. But right now, the Big Ten's winning college football. With, Michigan winning the national championship and Ohio State. Indiana being the number 1 team right now, and they're probably the favorite to win the national championship. Right? The Ohio State really just being right behind them. It's the Big Ten. SEC really close, whatever, but I don't know. This video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But again, I just want to say one final congratulations to Indiana winning Big Ten championship. First outright Big Ten championship since the 40s. That is amazing. It's great for the program. Great to see another Big Ten team so good, right? Really good to see that. Yeah. It's crazy because Indiana has the second most losses in football, college football history. We have the second most wins, which next season we probably break 1,000. We need 10 more wins. We probably get 10 wins next year. We'll probably get 10 wins next year. And if we win a playoff game or 2 this year, we'll have to have 10 wins with 2,000 next year. But anyways, yes. Great season for Ohio State so far. This game, it's alright. I'm not too angry. And we can make the playoffs. And probably get a first round bye. And still be rooting for our Buckeyes. whenever they play next, which I guess that would be around like New Year's or something like that. So we are fine. Knowing Buckeye fans, though, we're gonna be very angry, but it's okay. And Duke beat Virginia. I don't even think Duke can make it in the playoffs. I think it's Tulane and James Madison making it in now, something like that. Wild. And then Texas Tech being in the top 4. Wild. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. That was a lot. I didn't think I had that much to say, but I did. So yeah, you guys who are watching, see you guys next video. You see me, I won't see you. I can't see you watching the video. You can see me. So you'll see me in the next video. I'll, I guess, pretend to see you guys in the next one. Or if you're someone I actually know, I will see you soon, probably. So yeah, that is all. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, study for some tests I have this week for school, and yeah, gonna try to have a good Sunday. I will see you all in the next video. Frick, you will see me in the next video, and I won't see you because I can't see you through this screen.